Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon show. I don't know. Dan the bot may be throwing me some curveballs today. He may not be. Maybe I've just been, hitting the little early. I did batch up some. I had a lot of recovering to do after a week in Pinehurst, so I batched up some old fashions. That way, if I want an old, I can just pour it. I just walk over to the fridge. I grab the one that's labeled old fashioned. I give it a little pour. I may have used Elrod's old fashioned mix, by the way, to do that. So
nice.
Really, yeah, really enjoying Elrod's old fashioned mix. Dan, we would be remiss if we didn't say thank you to the folks at Pinehurst. What a great few days we spent with those fellas. Courses absolutely fantastic. I think we may have converted some wine drinkers to bourbon drinkers. If you haven't gone and checked out Birdies and Bourbon podcast on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you might find your podcast at, you definitely should. And I'll say we were in a very unique setting. I get into the setting a little bit on the show, and we had what do we have? 8 people tasting. So bear with the audio, but yes, definitely some good commentary. I think Daniel kind of stole the show on that one, though. I mean, he was writing novels over there, about this tasting. I'm like, shit, man, I've got like 2 or 3 letters, not even 2 or 3 words, 2 or 3 letters, and I can just roll with it. He was reading. He was War and Peace in it over there, which I appreciate. He actually helped me find some things in some of the bourbons we were drinking. So I say bring it on.
The fun thing about it was there was a lot of different opinions in the room, and it was fun to see people like Daniel that were taking it very seriously. And a lot of people were, not just him, but you called him out. So I'll confirm that 100% to be the case, that he was having a great time with it. And, with wine drinking, with bourbon drinking, the number one rule is if you like it, you like it, right? So
I think that's what Sharif said. I think Sharif
probably was what Sharif said. Yeah. So if he was he liked certain ones and he didn't like certain ones, and that's all about, right?
It was interesting to hear some of the comments, though, and I really didn't. I guess everything that I tried to get some unique stuff. North Carolina is a shitty place to have to buy bourbon at. It's controlled, and there's limited. You got to get in on the lottery pick kind of bulls. I mean, you do everywhere, but North Carolina being a controlled state, it's a little bit of a challenge. So I tried to pick some things that I've had an opportunity to get over the years. We did get some boutique or some smaller distillery stuff, but obviously we did some of the bigger name labels. If you're watching us, if you're just listening, you can't see the shelf behind me. If you do want to see the shelf behind me, head over to YouTube and just look for Birdies and Bourbon. You'll find it. The real Birdies and Bourbon. None of this fake shit.
Exactly.
But yeah, I was surprised at some of the responses that came back from some of the, it's stuff that you're like, oh my God, that's what that is. And it's like, yeah. And it's like, I really don't like that, which is pretty cool, right? And the way that we did the blind tasting, because you don't have any, you don't have any bias walking in or sipping in, right? Because you don't know, what you're drinking, what's been poured. You just don't know which glass it was poured in. And I think that was, it was really fun. I think a few people hadn't done that before. And, if you haven't done a blind tasting, I mean, it's something fun to do with friends, and do it by yourself. I do it. I'm doing it right now. What are you talking about?
And we'll be the first to tell, we've heard this from tasters, and we've done it ourselves and everything else too. What you eat that day, what you drink that day, you may like it today, you may not like it tomorrow, you never know, but it was a fun experience altogether.
Maybe the bourbon tasting was the if I had to rank the experiences, and we won't get too far into this, Dan, because we got some special guests coming up. I think we're going to have somebody on this week, and we've got a few lined out for future weeks ahead. So you'll know everything and anything you want to know about Pinehurst. By the way, if you do have a question or a comment about Pinehurst, go ahead and leave it now. You should also go and check us out at Birdies_Bourbon on Instagram. And I've got I'm getting so creative getting so creative these days, Dan. I found this little this app that puts these montage of pictures and videos together. I mean, it's not great, but it's probably some of my better work. Thanks, Dustin, for showing me the way. It's like he's like a Jedi
Nice.
with that camera, you know.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Fun times.
So we've got more stuff to come. We got to get Hunter back on, so and sip through some brewskis. But okay. And
Hold on. But just when you think you've seen it all and that you couldn't get any better going to a place, they overachieve. So there you go.
Oh, so on the way back, my phone's like ding, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope it's not them. It wasn't. Ding. I'm like, oh my God, could this be the one? Nope. Safe. Coast is clear. Ding. I'm like, oh shit, it says David.
Oh no.
I'm like, we're screwed. I'm like, what do I need to apologize for this time? No, but absolutely complimentary, and enjoyed hosting us there. So what a great time. I think I've heard from almost everybody that that was with us. So Dalton,
awesome.
You hadn't hit me back, boy. What's up? What's up with that? What a good time, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. We gotta get that back on the rotation for later in the year. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yep.
We'll see. On to bigger and better things. Did you see who won the golf tournament this weekend? I can tell you who didn't win the golf tournament. We'll get into the one and done a little later on. I can tell you who didn't fare well in the one and done this week, Dan. It was you. You did not. Must have been technical difficulty. I don't know. I thought you were the IT guy.
Well, yeah, I had a big week.
I thought you were the computer
I had a lot
guy.
of things going on.
So we'll have to hit up I am stat guy, Hidden Greens, and the breakfast ball and see. I personally, I'm running as the commissioner, so I'm going to put it in. You did make your pick live. It is out there in a pod, and it was Russell Henley, and no harm, no foul there. So now if it would have been a winner, I'm like, nah, hell no. But because we've got a little pod against pod kind of thing going here. So because it's a small group, I mean, it's easy to manage. And but hey, last time. This is it.
Last time.
This is not baseball. There is no 3-strike rule. This is golf and a mulligan, and you get one.
That's right.
One mulligan. So
if you're looking for any like certification, Hunter is going to give you my doctor's note.
No, I bet he is. I bet he is. He said he got. What did he get into? I think I gave him a bottle of pick we did with Rock Elite Barrel Pickers. I think it was the Rye 3. He said he loved that thing. I don't know if he was texting me. The other night he was texting me. So, but yeah, good stuff happened. Speaking of, where I got sidetracked at was, did you see who won the golf tournament this weekend?
Oh, I didn't see it.
I picked the wrong Korean. I can tell you that.
That's true.
I was coming into this thing high stepping, oh boy. I was thinking, looky here. Pick the winner of the first tournament of the year. It was an elevated tournament. I got $2.7 million in the books. And by the way, I am playing in other one and dones. And I'm keeping my picks the same. Maybe it's better to hedge, but I'm going to run them the same. And I'm glad I did, because I'm sitting $2.7 million to the good. And there's only 16 more elevated events. So nice. Got one of them in the bank. But Siwoo Kim, good Lord. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. And I don't think he won the American Express, but he did win the tournament we're going to be at this week. Is it too soon? Is it too soon to say we got a back-to-back winner? And I just go ahead and get Siwoo out of the way right now?
We heart the American Express this week.
I'm just saying. I don't know. What'd you think? Did you watch any of the tournament?
Yeah, I caught some of it over the weekend. There was a lot of things going on. Playoff football is pretty hard to compete with as well. But of course, our or we value the PGA Tour. So I caught a lot of it, and I mean, just he came alive on fire over the weekend, right? And claimed his 4th victory on tour. And man, it's not shocking, when he gets hot like that, and that course sets up nicely for him. So it was great to see.
They weren't playing a Pete Dye course in Hawaii, but we're now going to be playing 3 different courses at the American Express, but the course they're going to be finishing on is a Pete Dye course. So potentially, if you make the cut, you're going to get two runs at a Pete Dye track. And Siwoo Kim comes out and fires 6 under, beats Hayden Buckley. The good news is that kid is young, and so I think he'll be okay. But boy, did he choke it up. And then Siwoo, just dunks one out of the bunker. Hello. His name is Siwoo Kim.
So Siwoo has won the Wyndham, the Players, the American Express, and now the Sony.
Yep. And wouldn't surprise me if I don't know. Can he get it done? I mean, he doesn't have to travel that far. But he said his dad yelled at him and told him he wasn't the best player. So don't act like you're the best player out there in the field or something. So he's like, okay, well, I won't. He's got the broomstick, by the way. So Siwoo Kim, notoriously known for shitty putting. And remember last year when he snapped his putter, and I think it was kind of late in the round, maybe 14, 15. But I think on 16, the par 3, I think he started putting with his 5-wood.
Oh yeah.
At the Masters. Yeah. So, good question. So let's say that number one, you would be drinking way too much to get this mad. But let's just say that you had an episode and you snapped your putter. Let's just say it was an accident. You didn't do it intentionally. And you got to use a club the rest of the round. What club are you using? And by the way, if you're listening or watching and listening, leave a comment. What club would you use to putt with for the rest of the round after you broke your putter?
It's a good question. Well, you could always do tin cup and go pool style.
I don't think that's legal. I mean, maybe in our rounds. On the PGA Tour, I don't know if that's a thing.
I won a Cadillac like that once.
Give me a club. What club?
Definitely a driver. Definitely a driver. Yeah, something with a flat.
You're going to putt with driver.
Yeah.
Putt with driver for the rest of the night. I'm breaking your fucking putter next time we go out.
What are you going to do? 3-wood? 3-wood?
No, I'm going to use I think I'm going to use a wedge. I'm going to use my sandwich.
Really?
I'm going to use my sandwich. Winnie lad, Winchester kid.
We are live, Cal. And you know what? Did you see this? I got my eye on the calendar, but you just got a cancellation for Wednesday.
What, did they cancel the tea time? Is that a guest canceling? I mean, what's happening here? What's happening?
All the above.
As long as it doesn't fire back with please lose my number, we may be okay. if there's a please lose my number in there, should I check my text messages? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah, probably not.
There's I hope you die. All right, we got to get to the American Express. So moving on. Siwoo. I don't know. Follow it up, man. I may change my one and done. I've got a guy picked. I may change it. I may be I mean, would it be crazy? No. I mean, he's won here before. He's hot. He's got the broomstick out. No putting with a 5-wood. It could be something. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see if he is actually going to play, which, I mean, he's won here. I would expect he's going to play.
Yeah.
All right, a few things. Nelly Korda. See the news?
Oh yeah. So let's so TaylorMade, going to TaylorMade from Titleist. Also just signed with Nike. I told you that I think last week before. Big changes over there this year. I mean, I would say out of all of golf, probably the biggest changes of the year so far.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know that there's been any big any big shifts in equipment that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't know. What's Charlie? Is Charlie staying with TaylorMade? Charlie's
Yeah,
thinking,
I think so.
what's Charlie
I
doing?
think so. I think so. Hold on a second here. But yeah, I mean that's some pretty big moves there for Nelly. Yeah.
Yeah, good for her.
And the other thing I would say too about Nelly, somebody else mentioned this, and we were talking about it on Twitter the other day. And I'll put this up here. Let's see. This is Nelly Legion, but I'm gonna share the screen here.
No, don't show that picture. Not that one. Not
Yes,
that one.
Yes,
Not
that one. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. All right.
What are you sipping on?
So,
what are you sipping on?
Lone Rider.
Hey to our friends at Lone Rider. Thanks. Gotta open up, screw his name up. I think it's Levin. I've been drinking, so yeah, forgive me. But yeah, hey, we got to get up there. So what we need to do, there's a few other courses. We met a gentleman from the Dormy Club, so that could be a possibility. Martha, I don't know. Martha doesn't write. She doesn't call. Maybe we can get back to Tobacco Road. We'll see how that goes. But I got a few courses in the bag, and we got to go see Daniel at Broad Branch, and then just move our way east. And we got to go. We got to do a show at Lone Rider.
Mm-hmm. Can you see this?
I see a Stealth 2 driver, TaylorMade. Yeah.
So, like they did in tennis, for some reason, Nike's letting them put patches of other sponsors on their sleeves.
Wow.
You know, Cisco, and I don't know what she has on the other one. Maybe either Audemars Piguet or something. Some kind of watch thing or something.
She's got the check mark on her. She's got the swoosh on her.
Yeah. But usually, historically, like Nike is just clean Nike, nothing else, right?
Yeah.
You know. So
yeah, I guess so. I mean, think about who Rory, Jason Day, Scottie Scheffler. Yeah, I mean, usually there's nothing going on anywhere. Yeah. That's that. You know, Dan, I would have never noticed that. How many times do you watch this video?
Well, we talked about it last year with Osaka, and Osaka was the first one I saw in tennis, and she doesn't have sleeves, so that's probably what let her put hers on the front. But that was the first time I ever saw like a Nike athlete actually have other things on their shirt. Was that one? And I guess now in the women's sport, at least, it's becoming more common, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if we'll start seeing on the men's side. We'll see if they're going to do it for any male athlete that's coming up in their contract first. Who, like in the golf side, who do you think it would be? Rory?
You're saying for Nike?
Mm-hmm. If Rory's going to wear stuff, would think Rory's going to wear stuff on the sleeve? You think it's going to be Brooksy?
I don't think Rory really gives a shit. So I don't. I think it's going to be somebody like I want to say Scheffler, but I don't think Scheffler cares either. I think it's going to be like Alex Noren. I think that's somebody that's probably like, hey, we're going to cut back, because I mean, you know what that says? It says Nike is still your sponsor. We're still your apparel folks.
Yeah. But
we're going to cut back a little bit, and we're going to open up some real estate on that shirt, because we need to spend money in other places.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think. I mean, I don't know what it is, but in my opinion, unprofessional opinion, that is we're gonna renegotiate, and we're gonna open up some real estate on our attire. And we're still want you. We're still going to keep you, and we're still going to feed you, but you can go eat at other places too.
Interesting.
That's what I think. That's the play for me. I mean, I mean, what are the reason? They're definitely not giving it to them, and they're not opening up real estate on their attire and continuing to pay them the same amount of money.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's my take. Maybe Jordan Spieth. Maybe Spieth.
Well, he's an Under Armour guy.
I know, but I mean, do people wear Under Armour when they play golf? I didn't say underwear. I said Under Armour. I mean, do they? I mean, how many times have you played golf with someone that wore a pair? I'm not dogging it out. I may be a True Links guy. You may be too. But
I
am. How many times have you played golf with somebody that was wearing a pair of Under Armour golf shoes? I mean, that has to be a total loss. Total loss.
Never. No, you're right.
They do make a nice quarter zip, though. I do those little rain repellent quarter zip. They do make a nice one. I do own a few of those.
Nice.
I mean, we don't make these hats, but here we have nice hats also.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hit us up. I just get them shipped to the house. You know, it's this is a very unprofessional organization over here, even though it is trademarked. So hey, don't go throwing birdies and bourbon on shit. It's trademarked for most things you're going to do for golf.
Yep.
Just saying. Should I read the cease and desist now, or because Jeff Jeff wanted to read. He's like, oh, so can you send it to me? I want to get a piece of that. Not for this, but for something else that said stop immediately. Jeff, he wanted it. I think he frames those things.
I bet he does. Yeah.
I think he prides himself on that. All right. We've probably gone way too long already, and we got to get to the American Express. But before we get there, I got a few more things that I want to talk about.
Yep.
You want to talk about Netflix, or you want to talk about Adam Scott?
Let's go Netflix first, and we'll end it with Adam Scott.
All right. So Full Swing. It is it's the golf docuseries that's after what was the Formula One Drive something or another, and
Drive to Survive or something like that.
Yeah. So we got a handful of golfers that actually we have. I think it's 14 is what I think it is. Trailer just dropped on Netflix. I'm looking at a picture right now. It's got Koepka with his dyed hair, and so February the 15th is when it's going to drop. I'm assuming that it's, as Netflix does, they're going to all drop at once, so you can just binge right through them. Don't call me on February the 15th. Notice they didn't do it on February the 14th.
Right. Right.
So I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to just sit around and binge, you make February the 14th count. Go ahead, start booking your reservation now, where you're going to take Sweet Thing, because it could be an issue. Okay, so
big sip.
Damn, that's a good cocktail. Damn, that's a good big sip. Damn, that's a good cocktail. Okay. Ooh, by the way, I did use I used our rye pick in this one, the rye 3 pick, the rum cask finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope I make it through the show. Actually, I hope I don't. I hope I fall out of the chair.
That's more work for me.
Okay, so I'm going to throw 14 names at you.
Okay.
Or do you already know them? You already know.
So, you can go through them for the listeners.
Spieth, JT, Morikawa, BK, Scheffler, Poulter, Rory McIlroy, DJ, Finau, Matt Fitz, Sahith, Joel Damon, Mito, and Cam Young. Here's so I got it's a two-parter, and it'll be easy. You don't have to write anything down. You'll be able to keep up. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on their episode? And who would you, if you had an opportunity to vote someone off the docuseries and invite someone else on, who would that be?
Most excited to see Rory, probably. Yeah.
Nice.
Number one in the world. And then I would replace Cam Young with Cam Smith. I want to see the fisherman out there with the mullet.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I've got a lot of things that I want to say on here.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot. So can I give a little commentary before I
please? Yeah.
Not my pick. This isn't my pick, but I mean, shit, what good timing, man. What good timing is this? I mean, you've got who do you have? You got BK, you got Poulter. Those are the only two live guys.
Yeah.
And this is going to be them talking. I don't know. I mean, it was definitely, I don't know how soon those folks had the live stuff in their hands and knew that it was an option. When I heard about the docuseries, I think that they had definitely, they had recorded or they were recording. So I think if it goes in order, Brooks Cake is he's the fourth show. If it goes in order as it's listed, it's going to be interesting to hear what he has to say about the PGA Tour. And it's definitely I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to watch that through a different lens. because I mean, who am I? I'm judging. Who are you fucking kidding me? Of course I'm judging I'm judging you right now, Dan.
Thank you.
And your bot's working very well. Nice.
Great. Yeah, good.
So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Koepka, I would say Poulter's more of a character than Koepka is. So I think Ian's going to be fun. I'm going to love to see Ian's car collection. I'm going to love to see his watch collection.
Yeah.
And but I think Koepka is just he's like the jock, and it's I think it's going to be a very interesting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely talk about it. Post show.
Is this like Neil Young sitting out at Woodstock with Bryson? I mean, where the hell was Bryson in this thing? I mean, wasn't he like king of like all media going into this thing?
I thought he was actually involved in this, and I thought I saw his name. So there could be part 2 already. Who knows? Maybe they had to pull him back. Maybe they pulled it out and said, yeah, we can't do that because now I'm over here with Liv, and I said I wouldn't say it. So Brooks Koepka and Ian Poulter. I mean, are they going to infringe on any live contracts? This is going to segue into who I would replace. Is this going to segue? Many times we've said, this is WWE Vince McMahon style. Oh, by the way, did you see McMahon's daughter retired or she resigned? And okay, we'll get to that later. We'll do that at the end of the show. Okay, Vince McMahon style. And somebody said, is this NASCAR? Who I would not replace a person. I would just replace the setting. And I would replace Jordan Spieth circa no RV with Jordan Spieth circa I'm living the RV life, baby.
Oh yeah.
The RV life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't need to replace anybody on the screen. I mean, there's a lot of people that I would like to see on there, and I'm sure it's going to go well, and I'm sure they're going to be fine. But take the Jordan Spieth of old, take him out. Give me Jordan Spieth RV shit.
I saw glimpses of the interview. Are you done with that Netflix thing? Or
I can be, yes.
Okay. I got to know what Jordan named the RV.
What do you think he named it?
Hopefully the island.
Can we buy tickets to this island?
I hope so.
We KP. I don't need. I can sit in the back of the bus. Just well, I guess you can't really sit in the back of the bus on there. I can just, if there are tickets available, I'd love a ticket to Spieth Island, which is now a motorhome. So do you think he makes I shouldn't say make, but I'm going to say make just for conversation's sake. Do you think he makes the caddy drive the RV too?
Well, he doesn't drive the RV. He's got a driver.
I'm saying, do you think he makes the caddy? Does Michael drive?
I don't think Michael's invited. I think it's just the immediate fam on the RV. Yeah, but he did say he hopes it catches on. AKA, he hopes Ricky and JT and all of them get RVs as well. Yeah,
Ricky's playing at the American Express this week, by the way. Hold on. So number 2, I know I'm holding on a lot, but there's so
that's
many
okay.
things.
This is too much fun. This is too much fun. Yeah.
I know. We may have to do a separate show about the American Express, and we won't. We'll just keep the American Express breathe. So I mean, I don't know. Does he? I mean, does Spieth really? Does he really have to limit the people that? I mean, so think about this. Do you think Spieth's? But can I call it a bus? He called it an R. He said he's living the RV life. I'm going to refer to it as a bus.
He said he bought a bus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's. I mean, we're talking Prevost here. What do you think Spieth's RV costs? Oh, hold on. Before you answer that, do you think that Willie, his stash of weed on Willie's bus is worth more than Jordan Spieth's bus?
No, I think Jordan's RV is probably a little over $1 million. You know,
1 million? I was thinking it was going to be like 2.5.
Oh, maybe I'm, I haven't checked the RV prices since inflation. So maybe it is.
So, yeah, because, Prevost, they got a big presence in Nashville.
Okay. All right.
Allegedly, they may be made in Nashville. I don't know. Franklin, I don't know, somewhere around there, I think.
Okay.
And or maybe they're not made there. Maybe they just get overhauled there. But, a big thing is somebody goes on tour and then they're not on tour anymore. And you don't buy the bus. You just lease the bus.
Yeah.
From because, it's like a vacation home. It's like, well, how many do you need? And I'm going to get tired of the bus eventually. Why would I want to sell it? I don't need it as an asset. I just need a place to stay with with the wife and kid, my nuclear family.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we got to get ourselves, Dan. Once we make it, we each got to get ourselves a bus.
A bus. I don't know if he bought it or if he's renting it or leasing it. We'd have to get his accountant on to talk about that.
Noted. Definitely getting a call from HR after that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my replacement. But there's a lot of people. I think Coke Rack would be fun to have on there. He's a big whiskey guy. Who else?
Coke Rack would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah. We can talk about the truck. We can talk about the tartan jacket.
Mm-hmm. I think Xander would be fun too.
It probably would. Well, he said his back hurts. His back's hurt. His back's bothering.
And of course, Phil, right?
Well, Phil said there's so much illegal gambling going on. There's no way he's getting on camera. Allegedly. No, he did not. That is not in text. I cannot show that on my phone that he actually sent that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
Okay, where else are we going? We got anywhere else to go?
I think that's it for this.
The American Express.
I think we covered quite a bit. And then we can head over to the American Express. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Before we do,
yeah.
Go say hi to our friends over at Whiskey University. Just Google Whiskey University. Tell them that you heard about it through the Birdies Bourbon show. Could be fun. Taking a break. Be right back.
Okay.
We are back. And we're heading to, it's the California Swing. As Tom Cruise would say, the ding-a-link. I don't name the, you got the movie? You got the movie?
No, the thing, I don't know. Maybe, no? I guess it's probably got the B Days of Thunder, right? Maybe.
No, it's actually a cocktail. But,
okay.
Flanagan's Law.
So let me ask you this. They just have the Golden Globes, right? And some jokes were made about Tom Cruise, and there wasn't a whole bunch. It wasn't. I don't remember the joke, but it was. But the point is, did you expect Tom Cruise to still be the biggest movie star in the world at this age? Because nobody can get people to the theater outside of superhero movies other than Tom Cruise. Think about like Mission Impossible and Top Gun. Those are always big hits.
Who are we talking about with this week? I thought, well, I guess last week we were talking with someone that Tom Cruise, they wouldn't let him fly the jet. And it was not Michael Thompson. Michael Thompson. It was
with our friend, the pilot.
It was in Pinehurst, though, right?
No.
Lonnie Poole, you say?
Mm-hmm.
We were at Lonnie Poole. So Dan and I actually had an opportunity to play over the weekend. We at an undisclosed location called Lonnie Poole. It's the NC State Wolf. Do the sign, Dan, in case people are watching. How you do the Wolf Pack? How you do it? Oh yeah, Wolf. What's the Wolf Pack? How's it go? Wolf Pack. And speaking of Dan the Bot, could have been. I'm not saying he was. Allegedly, he might have pitched for the team.
Yeah,
might have been a pitcher. Might have been tossing the old. What do you? I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not even a golfer, for crying out loud. I am a drinker. What do you call like you call the football the pigskin?
Yeah, you call it slinging it. Slinging them.
What do you call like the baseball other than the baseball? The rock?
The rock. That's a good one.
The Rock. Yeah. Dan was the they called him the left-handed lumber. They're like, oh my God, if you could, it was slow as shit, and it was all over the place. And they're like, if you can hit this, you can hit anything.
Good point. Good
Allegedly.
point. Allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we heading, Dan? Are we going to you want to
go
to
the
American
Express? We're going to the American Express. You got off a tangent with Tom Cruise flying planes.
No, you started me on that, and you know that's something that you can't do. I mean, that's not fair. It's absolutely not fair. Okay, here we are at the American Express. We're going to play 3 different courses: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Generally speaking, the cut. I got to make a note of this because hold on, aren't they bitching about Liv not having 4 rounds, and now we're making a cut after 3 rounds, and this is going to count as this right? This is bait right here, boy.
Yeah,
this is bait. Cut after 3. So everybody, all 156 players, I think, depending on who withdraws or doesn't get included back. They're gonna take the top 65. I'm doing a little bit of guessing here, but yeah, top 65 in ties. And I guess you can change it up, and you don't have to do a 2-day cut. You could do a 3-day cut. So that's it's very interesting. I wonder if that's in the lawsuit. I'm not an attorney, nor do I play one on TV. So we got the Pete Dye Stadium course. We've got the Jack Nicklaus tournament course, and we've got La Quinta Country Club. Do you think, Dan, La Quinta Country Club is nicer than the La Quinta Motel that you put me up at when we were in Augusta the last time?
I do.
So do I. Everything here is listed as...
And by the way, no free ads.
No free ads, by the way, La Quinta. And we'll stay in your sleazy hotels any day. So here's where we sit. Okay, so everything is give or take 7,100 yards. The Pete Dye course is going to be a Pete Dye course. The Pete Dye Stadium course, that's the course that people will get to play 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's not a Bombers course. It's not. It's what Dan, I'd like for you to repeat this.
Okay.
See if the bot actually works. What did Jon Rahm say this was last year?
A putting contest.
Yeah, he said it was a fucking putting contest. And see, the bot's not working. We got to get the bot turned
so
back on.
why is he back there if he didn't like it so much,
No, I think he just got bitter. And I think he wants to teach people a lesson. I think we're
do you think if you were at the media day and he's there and you say, hey, why are you back here at this effing putting contest? Because you don't want to cuss. You're a journalist right in front of him. You think you'd piss him off?
I'm not a journalist, by the way.
Well, if you were acting like one in that regard.
No, I mean, he said it. I think I'd say, hey man, you said this was a fucking putting contest. What do you mean by that? And what have you done different to get here?
Yeah.
What I will say is say whoo, Kim and Jon Rahm, they both put the Callaway Paradigm driver in the bag. 2 champions. So yeah, I think the challenge we're going to run into at the American Express, not the challenge, but what's going to be faced at the American Express? I mean, we've had a resort course, we've had a non-resort course, and kind of a plotters. I see Woo Kim just won the event. I think what's going to happen here is it is absolutely going to turn into a putting contest. If you miss the ball, is distance going to help you? Of course it is. If you hit the ball, if you hit the fairway, I think 272 or 3 yards was like the average driving distance, and it's a Pete Dye, right? I mean, they're going to force you. He's PB love, but Pete's going to force you to lay up. He's going to force you to lay up. He's going to force you to make a second shot. Short game probably ought to be good if you can't hit the green. And your putting game, you better be damn well on it, because these are some of the smallest greens on the tour. So I don't know. I think I've got a good mix. I did look today. I did do a little bit of research other than just drink. So
you ready to roll?
That Cantlay pick that you went through, it was good. Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
You're giving all my stuff away already. Bastard.
That Cantlay pick was pretty fun. Good. Click that number. By the way, thanks to our friends at Fantasy National for allowing us to enjoy your stats. Click number 2, and let's sort the. I know it's in order of price, but all right, you want to go? Okay, here we go. You take off.
In the $10,000 range, we've got 5 golfers. We got Tony Finau, Jon Rahm, Will Zalatoris, Xander Schauffele, and Patrick Cantlay. The most expensive, actually, no, we got 4. You maybe click that dang button. And the most expensive one in this range is Jon Rahm at 10.8. I think that's very well warranted. Are you starting anybody up here in your DK lineup?
So here's who I think is interesting is, I mean, Finau, we know what he's been doing, and we know what's happening. I don't know. Full swing, the docuseries of the PGA Tour is going to be happening. So I don't know. Do we really want to go down the road of Tony? I mean, how many kids does he have? 17?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
He's fighting for the most between him and Webb Simpson, I think, probably, right?
Ooh, Weber is not here, by the way. Weber could be short. Weber could be the next one to go. Who am I starting here? Willie Z is very interesting.
Yep.
That was wrong. What do you get? T11 at Century, and we didn't say. I mean, we've got a withdrawal to BMW. We've got a no show at Tour Championship.
Yeah, that was last. That was late. That was late though. Yeah, that was last year.
No, I was like September, right? So no, I'm with you, but I think that I mean, if you're looking and counting, and the way that I say I'm going to play my one and dones, I mean, Willie Z is like real close to being like something that's going to count. And I could easily lean Willie Z as what's his ownership? I flipped over to the screen.
15.2. 15.2.
All day long.
Yeah.
11th at Century. And, I don't know, some of the winners, I mean, everybody's a winner if you're at the Century, right? But some of the winners are, they won at different places. So maybe Willie Z. I'm staying off of Xander.
A little bit of health issue there.
Yeah. And I'm saying I'm gonna go off of Rahm. Just because, so that's the thing about the one and done shit is when when you pick somebody and they win or they do well, you don't get to pick them again in the one and done. You can pick them on DraftKings all day long, but I got to figure out how that's going to set me up. You're good with Cantlay.
Yeah, Cantlay, T16, it's the Century, T2 Shriners, T7 Tour Championship, first BMW model ranked 5th. 10,100% owned. He's 20.7 off the tee, 12 on approach, 23rd, last 24 rounds, and putting 22nd. I mean, he's looking really good this week, and I'm definitely on him this week. Yeah, for sure.
How long until he is no longer a PGA Tour player?
Maybe the second, third week of April.
Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. That's not the way it goes, but yeah, it's Magnolia, right? I'm with you. And does Xander go with him? Over under. They announce at the same time, or Xander goes over 61 days after.
Yeah, I would think they'd go at the same time. Yeah.
think they're wives now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing. Be who you are, and appreciate who you are, and accept yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
What did he say? He said, "Respect yourself."
Exactly. What about, you don't think we respect yourself?
No.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look that up. Keep talking.
So what about Scottie? I mean, model ranked 11th, 14% projected ownership, but just lower than that. 10,500, fourth off the tee, 131 in putting. Last 24 rounds on approach, 17th. T7 at Century, T9 Houston, T3 Worldwide Technology. I mean, that's a strong play too. And he looked good a couple weeks ago. He was right there.
I can get on some Scottie, and I haven't picked my one and done yet, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think this is going to turn into, again, distance will always help if you have a miss hit. But if you're just firing at fairways, and there's been a lot of folks, and I think that Liv has made a really good transition. I'm off track. Okay. Scottie Scheffler, if you want to start Scottie Scheffler, why the fuck wouldn't you? You would start Scottie Scheffler.
Yep. All right. $9,000 range, starting with Sungjae Im, Willie Z, Tom Kim, Sam Burns, Brian Harman, C. Woo, Cameron Smith, Cameron Young, and Aaron Wise.
Yeah, if I could make that work.
Cameron Smith. Oops, whoa.
Hey now. If I could make that work, if I could shoehorn that into to a lineup, a DFS lineup, I would. I can't. Here's where I'm heading. I don't know what to do with Sungjae.
Yeah, missed the cut last week.
I don't know what to do there. Willie Z, maybe. This could be the last time you get to buy Willie Z at under $10,000. It could also be the last time you get to buy Willie Z over $9,000. I don't know how it's going to go. He looked healthy to me. I mean, he fared well at T11. I didn't see any issues. Tom Kim, he's probably out for me. I probably picked the wrong week, so it means you better play Tom Kim as your one and done. But yeah, that didn't fare well. Sam Burns has not had a good showing. Here's who I like. I like Brian Harman. I think that's probably some direction, and it's probably where I'm going to wind up at if I start in the $9,000 range. The other side of that is I can get to the tournament history.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Harman at this tournament, T3, T8, T21, did miss a cut in T20. Harman, we haven't seen a lot of Harman, but Harman's playing okay. So I think for me, for the way that I'm going to set this up, I think Harman's probably where I start my lineup at. What's the ownership on Harman?
Well, 12.5.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, and we always talk about it. I don't know if we really do it or not, but yeah, Harman all day. Hey, look at Siwoo at 12-1. I mean, that's something I may keep a look at and keep a look on of what does Siwoo do. But I mean, is it unheard of that you have? Well, technically, it wouldn't be back-to-back champions, would it?
Right. That's right.
Friend of the pod, Hudson Swafford. He was the winner of this event last year. So,
absolutely. Bourbon guy.
But
let me get him back on. Yeah.
He is a bourbon guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Yeah. So no, I'm a Harman. And what are you gonna do with Sam Burns?
I don't really like Sam Burns here. I'm probably gonna eat those words, but Century, 32nd out of what 39 people didn't do that great, right? I like Aaron Wise. He was 18th at Century in last 24 rounds putting. I think that's a 6 down there, off the T69, 98th on approach. But this is a putting contest, and you got to get at model rank 18th, 5.5% projected ownership, $9,000. I think I kind of like that.
I'm not against it. I mean, hey, I think that's possible. Let's see, what is his what's Aaron Wise's history look like here? Pops right up. Oh yeah, no, I don't fucking like it.
No.
Didn't play in 22. Cut.
Yeah. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. T17 before. Yeah,
T17 in 2018, and I'm gonna look in the past 5 years off Fantasy National.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, I like the recent form for sure. Yeah,
I liked your. I was looking at some of your swings that Dustin sent me, and they look much better than mine. I've got this over the top, this patented over the top move that absolutely sucks. I know
swing does not look good.
No, well, it looks better than mine. I mean, I'm like going shit. Why am I hacking at the ball like that? I mean, God.
Well, you were hosting. You were hosting too. You had a lot of things going on.
It was a great picture. It's a great photo. But no. For people that are listening, I mean, you can definitely try and hustle me for golf, but my handicap might. I'm. I mean, if you want to go straight up and you're a scratch golfer, it's not going to work. Madamski, if you're listening, no, I need fucking strokes, dog. I ain't no pro. Yo.
All right. Anybody else in the $9,000 range?
See what we can.
Yeah, Brian Harman. Yep. See boom.
Yeah. I'm going Brian Harman. Yeah.
Okay. $8,000. We got a bunch of guys down here. Taylor Montgomery starts at 8,900. We got Sahits down there. Tom Hoagie, KH Lee. It was all the way down. Wyndham Clark, your boy. Poston. Jason. No, that's it. Poston's at 8,000. Yep.
Oh, dub. Yeah. So I think this is probably the place to start. Even
I do
though,
too.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is where you started at, right? I mean, there's a lot of hot. What you hot, boy? There's a lot of hot stuff coming off of these players. Can I just get into it?
Get into it. Yeah.
Tom Hoagie, model rank 6. Sony Open, whatever. I don't think he fucking cared. I don't think Tom Hoagie cared. I don't. That may have been Tom Hoagie's first, because he played in TOC, right?
Yeah. It's T3.
Yeah. And so I'm starting with Tom Hoagie. I think for this tournament, the American Express, Andrew Putnam, he's T4 last week at the Sony Open, and I think he's made every cut that he's played in at this event. So
nice. Putnam's a good one too. I like both of those guys. You got KH Lee down there. 10.9% projected ownership. 50th in putting. That might be a little bit weak. I like the Hoagie play with you, Putnam as well. I mean, just the putting and the whole well-roundedness. Yeah, I'm with you there. What about Montgomery? I like Montgomery as well.
Taylor had a good showing at the Sony, and I could see that being a play. Cam Davis, a sleeper. We'll look at the odds in a minute, but I think Cam Davis could be a play too.
I do too.
But by the way, just go ahead and put Putnam in your DraftKings lineup.
Okay.
I mean, his track record here is second to none. He doesn't have a win, but he's going to make it, and it's going to work. So yeah, Putnam's going to be a guy. I'm a Hoagie guy. I'm a Hoagie guy this week.
I was just plugging in my DraftKings. I'm getting that first one ready. All right. Anybody else in 7 or 8,000? No. All right.
I think I'm going to go different directions. So
Okay. So $7,000 range, starting with Jason Day at 7,900, goes all the way down to Ricky Fowler's in there. You got Davis Riley, Joel
Now on the
Dahmen,
tee box, Bucky Fowler,
Harris English, Brendan Todd, Chris Kirk, Flash Gordon, Brendan Steele. We got a bunch of people in here. There's a lot of good ones in here too. So what are you doing down here?
Well, what I'm doing is I guess I didn't have my lights plugged in, so now I'm going dark.
Oh, good.
How do you feel about that?
You're definitely a lot brighter now. Yeah.
Oh, I am. Perfect. You mean in stature or in appearance?
Everything about it. I think that you're just glowing now. Yeah.
I think it's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, don't we have to go Bucky?
I think you got to go Bucky.
Because here's the deal. Bucky hasn't left, and I don't think Bucky's leaving.
I don't think Bucky has the offer he wants yet.
Bucky ain't well, yeah, okay. So Bucky will leave, but Bucky ain't leaving.
Yeah. He wants to win. He wants to win on the PGA Tour and be like a top 5 in a major, and then he'll get the offer he wants.
So I guess
got to create a little bit of buzz, you know.
Yeah. So I guess the thing is how do we get Bucky? We got to get him in the lineup.
Yeah, I just plugged him in. What do you think about Justin Rose? So model ranked 30th, $7,900, 4.3% projected ownership, putting 10th at the last 24 rounds. He was 29th at RSM, 9th at Houston. Definitely showing us some signs of coming back together with this thing. I mean, I think I might play him here. How does he have played here in the past?
It's an interesting question you ask. Well, I'm trying to, even though it's a podcast, I'm still trying to work out my lighting situation. I can tell.
I can tell.
How do I look now?
You're fine. Now? I don't think it matters.
How do I look now? Whoa. I'm gonna need you to expand on that. What do you mean you don't think it matters?
We're in the $7,000 range. I don't think it matters right now.
So what you're saying is I'm not listening anymore.
No, it's not that. I think we're good. Yeah.
Creepy is what I can say. How do you know what's happening over here?
Well, you were bright, now you're not bright. That's it.
Ooh, I don't know if I was ever bright. Who'd you say, Taylor Moore?
Justin Rose.
I think he withdrew.
Did he? No. Did he?
No, not yet.
Oh, not
T30,
yet.
T33 and T44.
Okay, not great. Who else like in this in the $7,000 range?
Who can we go with? I mean, we could roll a little Denny McCarthy out there, and
I like Denny McCarthy. How much is he?
Like could be 7,800.
I like that.
T6. T6 last year. He's had a lot of missed cuts, but T6 last year. So
I like that.
That could be a roll.
I like that. I like maybe Brendan Todd.
Okay. I'll let you roll down that path.
Well, he played last week. 23rd in putting, last 24 rounds. You don't have to be exceptionally long, right? So he's 21st in approach, last 24 rounds, 3.5% ownership, $7,500. I mean, he's definitely making a little bit of a turnaround here, and this is the type of course where he can be competitive, you know. So putting contest.
David
can't say it enough.
Dave putting contest. David Lipsky. What do you think about David Lipsky? I mean, what's Lipsky's ownership?
12.9. It's pretty high.
Yeah, for good reason. Sort by ownership, and let's see who we got. I know we got to go.
I don't think it won't let me. It won't let me. You can only sort by the salary and then the model rank.
No, so you can't do ownership.
You can't do that. No.
Moose.
But I can tell you in the $7,000 range.
Where are you?
Yeah, Moose, where you at? Patrick Rogers is high at 12.1.
I know, but can you actually play? I mean, you can, but I mean, you're going to play Patrick Rogers here.
Damon
I mean,
at 10.9. Dietrich at 9.4. Alex Smalley at 12.5.
Yeah, no chance.
You asked about ownership. I'm giving you the ownership.
I know.
Will Gordon at 9.7.
Ooh, so see that could be a play because anyway, go ahead.
And then finishing out here, David Lipsky was high. We talked about that. Ben Griffith 14.8. That's got to be the highest. Yeah. Yep.
Steering clear him.
Yeah.
He's probably going to win the tournament. But
probably going to win.
All right. Have you got your lineup together yet?
Let's do 6,000. Anybody in the $6,000 range you like?
Yeah. Give me Neesmith. Oh no, he's 7,100. You got to resort.
Yeah. Well, I'm here. What do we need to resort for?
You said 6,000.
Yeah. I just got to scroll down. I was looking at this stuff there. Okay. All right. $6,000 range.
Is Putnam down there? Or Hadley?
I think he was higher. I don't see either one of those guys.
Yeah, I got a few. EVR, no chance.
Yeah.
Who's hot? No. I ain't got much in the 6. I'm just gonna sit in the middle. You got Landry. I mean, he's had a first and a second. Missed cut last year. Probably not gonna go down that path. Adam Long. He's won here before. So maybe. Michael Thompson. Missed cut.
Michael Thompson. Yep.
T5 cut. T9. I don't think I'm gonna go down that path. And no, I think I want to start low and go high, and I want to start in the $7,000 range. Is what
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. What we got?
Well, I got to get this pulled up first. Do you think this thing?
Bucky Fowler, $7,800. Lock him in.
Hold on, guaranteed.
Denny McCarthy.
Wait a minute. Why are you so fast on there? You didn't move this fast. Listen, I spent like 72 hours at least with you, and you didn't move this fast the whole fucking time. So hold tight, Trigger.
Good point.
Hold tight.
That's a fair point.
Easy, Trigger. Are we going Bucky?
Oh yeah, I think you want to go Bucky, right? Yeah.
I mean, ain't nobody else going Bucky. Give me number 2.
We talked about Denny McCarthy.
So I think that's a good easy buy. All right, so we're 8,600. We've only picked 2 people, which is good.
Yeah.
Not to give anything away, but there's oh Lord, can't even. Oh, he's cheap. My one is cheap. Oh yeah. This is not him, but I picked another guy, and Tom Hoagie. Hoagie has been on a tear, man. And this is a Hoagie setup right here.
Hoagie's good. He's cheap there too. Not too bad.
I mean, like, talk about undervalued. You want to pick or you want me to pick?
Keep going. You're on a roll.
I think we got to go Cam. I think we got to go Cam, mate.
Okay.
Do you want to tell people who
Cam
Hey
Davis.
mate, do you want to throw another shrimp on the barbie?
Cam Davis is a good pick. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we got 8,600 left. I think we got 2 people. Yeah, we do. So
you want to go low or you want to stick in the middle? You were talking about Putnam. I'm not sure if you wanted to pick him or not.
Can we go Cantlay and then get somebody? Oh, we can. You said Cantlay's your guy, right?
Cantlay's my guy. That's what I'm taking from one and done. Yeah.
All right. So I just put in Cantlay, and then look at what this delivers back to you.
Neesmith, Sig Su, and On. Which one do you want? Knox, Ashley? Who do you want?
I mean, we should be what's the ownership look like
On these guys?
Yeah. What's the ownership on Neesmith look like?
10.5. Take that one.
That's where I'm going. You can do what you want. You do what you like. That co-ringer Lewis says, you do what you want.
Lock it in. All right, so
she like table.
There you go. All right, so yeah, I'm taking you always told me mine. I'm taking Patty Ice for me. Oh, I need to go ahead and lock that in on the one and done.
Oh, wait a minute. You get a one-time pass, sir. One-time pass. You get a one-time pass. And as does the other individuals on the call. Well, not on this call, but in the relationship.
Yep. Make my pick.
Are you making your pick now?
Yeah, I'm done, but you go ahead.
Oh, you said Patty Ice. Okay. So I'm going to take, do you think they listen to our picks? Clearly they don't, because Jason Daylight podcast. Clearly they don't, because if they did, they'd have picked Jon Rahm, and they would have put themselves in a very, 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 very advanced position to finish the year. And they would not have picked Tom Kim. So clearly they're not listening.
Exactly.
By the way, one and done. Birdies and Bourbon. I selfishly stole that name because trademark purposes. $2.7 million. I am stat guy. He's at 369. Hitting greens, 293. This is hundreds of thousands. The breakfast ball, 262. And Danimal is at 229. He did technical difficulties. He was having to chauffeur me around. I shouldn't say that like that. He was driving, he was doing different things, and there were awkward things that were happening. So we're going to give him his Russell Henley. I'm the commissioner. And if you don't like it, you can just get the fuck out of the league. I mean, Dan always do it herself. So, but he did say you will be able to find what Dan said on what's today. Look here.
Look at oh yeah, we were talking about that last week, weren't we? Oh yeah,
no,
looking good.
It doesn't even have any dates on it.
I don't know.
How do you know what day it is?
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we're good, and he ain't gonna overseat anything, but one time. So you got a one-time pass. It's got to be a reasonable pass, then. Exactly. His was reasonable. I mean, he announced it online. All right. What are you sexting over there? What are you doing?
No, I was trying to put my pick in, but I'll figure it out later. So, yep.
Do you need me to put your pick in for you?
No, I'll do it. No.
Let's see. I may be heading to Sweetens Cove this weekend. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, nice. Who'd you pick?
Hoagie. I picked Hoagie.
Oh, Hoagie. That's right. Okay, good deal. Yep. Sweden's. That's nice. Oh yeah. How's the weather gonna be? Nice.
If you like a sleazy little 9-holer, it's nice. I don't know. I know, Madamski. I'm calling you back. God damn it. Yeah. Excuse my language, kids. I'm calling you back. He calls me at the most. I know he's important, but yeah, we've been having a hard time connecting. But we're gonna get to spend a couple of days together, and I think it's gonna be sweet.
Nice. You've been catching up on Tulsa King and Mayor of Kingstown.
So, do you think Tulsa King is done? Like, are we gonna get another? Because my in the community that I live in, my neighbor may or may not have done some
work,
done some work for movies that that the Italian Stallion has been in.
Yeah.
And it could have also been like, it might not be that good. I mean, no, I thought he did that good, but I don't know what he's got left. I mean, is he gonna kind of cash it out? And but
so you're saying it might be a rumor that maybe that was it for that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get if it's not already recorded, it ain't gonna happen.
I thought with Tulsa King, I thought he was really good. I thought it probably could have been written a little bit more creatively. But yeah, I thought he was really good.
Supporting cast sucked.
Storyline wasn't great, right?
Yeah. So here's what I would say is not from previously said person, but from other people. And Atlanta's been a hotbed for movies for quite some time, and now it is not a hotbed for movies going forward. Oh no, yeah, it's getting ugly. Different takeovers and stuff. They'll manage it. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor.
So tax kind of stuff or something going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but a lot of it is kind of the gangsta show that's going on. We were moving away from that, and now Young Thug, and I don't give a fuck what you do, Young Thug, but Young Thug, they're on trial and getting dismissed or not dismissed makes no difference. But I think the trigger is, how do we get it to the right happy medium? Tyler Perry's moving out of town, I think.
Is he really? Wow, that's a big move right there. Wow, where's he going? Nashville? Could be.
I hope so.
Yeah.
People in Nashville hope not, but yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Look, I like this light, by the way. If you're just listening,
you look like you're in the run for October with that red light, and
there's this glow in the background.
Open the torpedo chip doors, please.
Late nights with birdies and bourbon. Not the fake birdies and bourbon, the real birdies and bourbon.
So hold on. Mayor of Kingstown. Did you watch the first episode of the new season? Yeah.
Have you heard how Renner's doing?
I think he's gonna be all right? He always does stuff like that, man. He's done stuff like that when he's been in the hospital, like broke both of his arms and stuff. He'll be fine. He'll be flipping houses in no time.
We're getting older, and if you're gonna flip them in Southie, I was talking to Siggy today. You weren't involved, but I was talking with Siggy, and Siggy said, No, you don't understand. If you get the Southie, it's an issue.
No.
I'm like, well, would I go to Southie? And he's like, no. When you get the Southie, it's a thing. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? Boston?
Exactly.
No, I did watch the first episode. We won't have another one until next week. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Right on cue.
That Renner guy is like,
good.
He's hitting it, boy.
He's good. Yeah, dang good. Yeah, I thought it picked up really good. Yeah.
Who else? So.
Real quick. So my favorite Taylor Sheridan things are when he has a SWAT team coming in. Like anything like Sakari at the border and a SWAT raid. He's best at like SWAT raids or border things. That's my favorite.
Dude, what's your favorite SWAT raid? I mean, we're calling it SWAT raid. What's your favorite gun? You should actually call it a gunfight.
Okay.
What's your favorite? I'm your Huckleberry. That's my name.
That's your favorite?
Hold on. What's your favorite gunfight that Sheridan has done?
Well, that's Sheridan. So I would peel it back and go of all time. My top three would be probably something from Tombstone would be in the top three, and then there would be no. Okay, Sheridan. It's the border. It's the border crossing in Sicario.
That is so good, man.
That is so good. Yeah.
That like if you could carve that out with Benicio sitting there with the with the little hot 9mm, I think it was, and like getting ready to hey, you need to get down now.
Yeah.
That is
so
the original Sicario.
Yes.
I mean that is
so good. But I mean, in terms of like, you said like shootouts, right? Gun scenes. But didn't I'd also have to put the final bank robbery in Heat up there. That was a good scene.
I wish I had glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't I have glasses when I'm doing this? 2 questions. We're gonna ask you if you ever come on this show. How do you feel about Can we say jack-o'-lantern?
Sure, why not?
Can we say how do you feel about the the movie being exposed, even though it's not a movie? And number 2, what's your favorite? We got to figure out how we're going to call a fight scene, a gun scene, a shootout. Yeah, favorite shootout.
Or you can just go favorite intense scene if you wanted to. It doesn't have to, but I'm thinking like that. It's hard to beat the border crossing. I think it's phenomenal. Yeah.
I mean, Val Kilmer rocks it pretty hard in the sun. Not in the border crossing, but I'm saying, I mean, does a shootout in a jet count? I'm just saying.
It does to a lot of people. It does to a lot of people.
I'm talking original Top Gun. I mean,
I know.
The set. Yeah. Don't leave your wingman.
Don't leave your wingman. Exactly.
Dan.
Yep.
Take us away, oh boy.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening to Birdies and Bourbon. We hope everybody enjoys the American Express. We will be back later in this week with more Pinehurst updates. We got some special guests coming up. And with that, Cal, cheers.
The real Birdies and Bourbon. Trademark.